Germany, with its rich history and culture, has always been an ideal destination for those who desire to explore the beauty of Europe. However, beneath the glittering surface, there is an undercurrent, the immigration crisis. Millions of people from all over the world are pouring in here, creating emotional and challenging stories. Why is a country known for its welcoming and inclusive spirit facing unprecedented turmoil? What is changing in German society, and what future awaits both immigrants and natives? The story of this crisis is not only about numbers and policies, but also about the mysteries behind this crisis and how Germany will continue to write its story. What has brought this powerful country to the center of a global crisis? And how will Germany turn the situation around in this turbulent context? The immigration story in Germany is revealing many interesting things. Will Germany maintain stability, or will this crisis change the face of the country forever? Rich history and unique architecture. Germany's history spans centuries, with important moments and major events that have shaped the country. From the Holy Roman Empire, the Industrial Revolution, to major events like World War II and the division of the Berlin Wall, Germany has experienced many ups and downs and transformations. Historical monuments such as Neuschwanstein Castle, Cologne Cathedral, Kölner Dom, or the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin are not only great architectural symbols, but also witnesses to heroic pages of history. Germany is also the birthplace of many great artistic and ideological movements, from philosophy, literature to music. Thinkers such as Immanuel Kant, Friedrich Nietzsche, and talented musicians such as Johann Sebastian Bach, Ludwig van Beethoven have helped shape the culture and art of not only Germany but also the world. Culture and festivals. German culture is a blend of tradition and modernity. Germans are famous for their precision, discipline, and love of work, but also know how to enjoy life through vibrant festivals. The Oktoberfest Beer Festival in Munich is one of the largest cultural events in the world, attracting millions of visitors each year. In addition, music festivals, art exhibitions, and Christmas markets, Weihnachtsmarkt, are also indispensable cultural activities, reflecting the diversity and vitality of Germany's spiritual life. Majestic landscapes. Germany not only has vibrant cities, but also possesses many beautiful natural landscapes. Southern Germany is famous for its majestic Alps, a paradise for mountaineers and skiers. In the north, the Baltic and North Seas offer a peaceful beauty with long beaches and romantic sunsets. The Black Forest, Schwarzwald, in the southwest is one of the most famous forests in Europe, with majestic mountain landscapes and clear blue lakes. This is also the place associated with many fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm, bringing a sense of mystery and enchantment. German people. Germans are famous for their discipline, precision, and sense of responsibility. They value time, work hard and efficiently, which contributes significantly to the economic and social development of the country. However, Germans are also very friendly, open, and hospitable. Visitors to Germany will easily feel the professionalism and service, but at the same time will also receive a warm welcome from the local people. The German economy, Europe's largest and the world's fourth largest, has been through a roller coaster ride over the past decade. Since 2010, it has seen a strong recovery from the global financial crisis, but has also faced challenges ranging from a slump in the auto industry to the COVID-19 pandemic and the energy crisis caused by the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Compared to other countries in the region, Germany has always maintained stability and power status, but recent difficulties have raised questions about the future of the economy. Growth and recession. From 2010 to 2019, Germany recorded a steady GDP growth rate, averaging 1.8 to 2.2% per year. This was largely due to the strength of key export sectors such as automobiles, machinery, and industrial equipment. Germany maintained its position as Europe's leading exporter, with a consistently high trade surplus. However, the 2018 to 2019 period witnessed a slowdown, with growth reaching only 1.5%, mainly due to the impact of the global trade war and the slowdown in the automobile industry. In 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, the German economy contracted by 5% of GDP, the sharpest recession since the 2008 financial crisis. Although the German government has implemented many economic support packages to minimize the impact, the disruption of global supply chains and falling demand have affected many important industries. By 2021 to 2022, the economy has recovered, but the growth rate is only about 2.7%, lower than expected before the pandemic. The immigration crisis in Germany has become a major issue in recent years, especially after the wave of migration from the Middle East and Africa. The significant increase in the number of refugees and migrants has put great pressure on the country's social welfare, housing, and security systems. Debates on deporting illegal immigrants and reforming asylum policies have become intense in the political arena. While Germany has always been a welcoming country for immigrants, the crisis has raised a number of security and economic challenges. What if Germany started deporting criminals back to Syria and Afghanistan? Wonder no more. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has announced a new plan, following in the footsteps of the UK and Italy, to tackle Europe's #1 problem. Germany has also seen a surge in immigration, like much of Europe, which is now causing outrage as a protest calling for the creation of an Islamic state in Germany takes place. However, this comes after a new spate of violent attacks by immigrants. Germany's migrant crisis is getting worse. A memorial service is being held in the German town of Mannheim, where a police officer was killed in a knife attack last week. The officer was stabbed while intervening in an attack by a man at a protest by an anti-Islam group. The attacker stabbed a total of 6 people before being shot dead by a police officer. The officer is in critical condition. Crime rates are skyrocketing, and Berlin's police chief blames young men, especially foreigners, for the knife attacks and disrespect for police. The stabbings have left many dead. Migrants from Afghanistan are pushing the country to the brink of crisis. So what will Germany do? Scholz says it's time to expel troublemakers, even if they come from dangerous countries. Is this the solution everyone has been waiting for, or is it too late? This is a deep-seated and entrenched problem that has been going on for more than a decade. On the last Sunday in October 1500, fanatical football fans and gangs from all over Germany descended on the city of Cologne under the banner of hooligans. This comes after Chancellor Olaf Scholz unveiled a radical plan to tackle the problem of migrants committing crimes in Germany. His proposal involves deporting criminals back to their home countries, including those who have committed serious crimes from high-risk areas such as Syria and Afghanistan. Scholz has stressed that such criminals should be deported, even if they come from Syria and Afghanistan, because serious crime and terrorist threats have no place in German society. This comes as borders across the EU are seeing increasing numbers of migrants attempting to cross before new regulations are introduced. The plan marks a significant shift in Germany's approach to immigration. Scholz is prioritizing national security over protecting individuals who pose a threat. The Federal Interior Ministry is currently developing a legal framework to support these deportations, which will target not only violent criminals, but also those who support terrorist activities. The law on improved repatriation has been introduced to tighten the deportation rules for criminals and gang members, and empowers the authorities to take action against asylum seekers who have not committed crimes but are considered a threat. The impact of these measures is already clear. Germany has seen a 30% increase in deportations this year, with more than 6,000 people deported in 2024 alone. Last year, more than 16,000 people were deported, and the number continues to rise. Concerns remain, however, with Berlin Police Chief Barbara Slowik highlighting the link between violence and young non-German men, particularly in knife attacks in 2023. There were nearly 880,000 non-German suspects involved in violent incidents, up 14% from the previous year. Solutions. The German government is meeting this week to discuss new measures to speed up the deportation of migrants whose asylum applications have been rejected or who have been convicted of certain crimes. This is a controversial topic in some parts of Germany, but not in some eastern regions, where the anti-immigrant political party Alternative for Germany, AfD, is dominant. Many new migrants to these areas are worried that they are no longer welcome. The German government is under pressure over migration, and the big question is how it will respond. One of the options being discussed is that Germany could consider third country agreements, similar to the UK's Rwanda deal or Italy's Albania deal, to process asylum applications outside Germany. The Repatriation Improvement Act may seem complicated, but the new law has stirred up controversy with Scholz's plans to deport criminals. This move is considered his secret weapon, but it goes beyond just targeting criminals. What does this new law mean? First of all, it gives the authorities more powerful powers. If you are an asylum seeker, even if you have done nothing wrong, the police can now search your belongings and even check your phone. It's like Big Brother is always watching, but it doesn't stop there. They can also detain asylum seekers for longer periods of time. This law is not only aimed at troublemakers, but also at those associated with convicted criminals. But is it effective? The deportation rate has increased by 30% in the first half of 2024 alone, with more than 6,300 people deported compared to 4,792 the year before. This is just the beginning, and the political landscape in Germany, as well as Europe, is undergoing a major shift. The German government has insisted that it will uphold its democratic constitution and has denied any incidents of extreme violence, such as the recent stabbing of a police officer and an AfD campaigner. Afghan migrants have sparked public anger. The ongoing situation in Gaza has also stirred tensions among the migrant community, and they have been blamed for a rise in anti-Semitism, further boosting support for the AfD. Impact. The German cabinet has now introduced a new draft law that would make it easier for authorities to repatriate some illegal migrants. The draft aims to make it quicker and easier to deport those who remain in the country despite having no legal right to do so, such as those whose asylum claims have been rejected. However, some members of the ruling coalition, along with migrant and refugee groups, have criticized the measures, saying they go too far. But what is the real impact on society? For everyday Germans, the issue is not just about numbers or charts. It goes deeper than that. Politicians often emphasize the economic benefits of immigration for businesses, but the reality is that Germany has spent a whopping 93.6 billion euros in just the past 4 years to address the crisis. This amount even exceeds Germany's entire military budget. Despite promises that migrants would boost the economy, the German economy has actually shrunk by 0.3% in 2023. What about security since 2010? Since then, Germany has experienced 133 terrorist attacks involving Muslims, with nearly 70% of them occurring in the 4 years after Chancellor Angela Merkel opened her borders. Is this a coincidence? Berlin Police Chief Barbara Slowik has bluntly said that violence in Berlin has mainly involved young non-German men. The same is true for knife attacks in 2023, when 79.8% of suspects were non-German, and violent crime increased by 14% compared to the previous year. It is no wonder that many people are worried about the situation. The immigration crisis continues, the economy is struggling, crime rates are rising, and Germans are increasingly anxious. Is this the situation they expected, or has it spiraled out of control? Do you think Germany is paying too high a price for its open-door policy, or is this just a turning point on the road to a more diverse society? Keep an eye on this evolving situation. Will Germany turn things around, or is this just the beginning of bigger problems?